has been stripped of his Ryder Cup captaincy, Rome 2023. Was that the right move, Paul? Why or why not? For jumping to LIV, by the way. Stenson, for those who don't know, has made the move to the rival league.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredibly disappointing. Of course it is, from a European context. You know, Henrik has been a stalwart of so many teams over the years. I've played with him on the same team. I've captained him. A great guy, an important part of all our European success. And, you know, the fact that he has taken the captaincy and signed a contract that he was going to stay with us and do it, despite the fact that there were rumours about LIV, him joining it before he became captain. And he said, no, I'm definitely in for the long term. And then to go down the road and break it, of course, it's hugely disappointing for us. And, you know, it leaves us in a little bit of disarray behind the scenes, but it's okay. We'll have somebody in place within the next kind of week to 10 days, I'd say, and we'll carry on from there. But I get it. You know, I find it very hard to be critical of all the guys because, you know, a lot of them fall. I know it's Ryder Cup and it's very emotional to me and everything, but I also understand the other side of it and the flip side of it, of guys who are in their late 40s and are getting this incredible windfall of money so late in their career that they'll never make. Even if they have a career like Bernard Langer, they're not going to make it in the Champions Tour, and are getting double, triple what Bernard Langer has made just as a signing on fee. And I get why they do it. They do it because of the money. It's not because I don't think that they think that this team events or 54 holes or rock and roll music before you go out and, you know, shotgun starts is the way that golf should be. I think they do it purely for the money, and I understand and I get that. But it's a real shame, of course it is. And, you know, do we feel let down in Europe? We do. But at the same time, you know, I find it hard to be critical of any of the guys because I understand exactly why they're doing it.
To what extent, Paul, have some of the great relationships that were forged in Ryder Cups through the years been fractured over all of this?
Yeah, I think, you know, fractured is probably the word rather than broken. And you know, I'm doing my best, Rich, not to break any of those. I saw all the guys down in Adair, and some of them I had some heated conversations with, but that's okay, you know. I understand what they're doing. They have their side of the view. They thoroughly believe in where they're coming from and why they're doing it and what the future's going to be. And, you know, whether they believe it or not, I don't know, but they're telling me they do believe it, that this is what the game needs, but we'll have to see. And my view is I don't agree. I think it's the guys are doing it for money. And so late in their career, they're never going to make that money again, and that's what they're doing. So, you know, I don't want to break any of those relationships, and you know, I don't really feel that I want to be too judgmental on all of them. I think Henrik is a slightly different case because he was in place as a Ryder Cup captain, and you know, he's getting a lot of stick for that regard, and I can understand that too. You know, particularly when, you know, there was rumours, and we actually did ask him about the LIV situation before he signed the contract, and he said no, I'm in for the long term. But he's obviously changed his mind on that and gone down another road, and of course that's really disappointing for us here in Europe. You know, I would have liked to seen Henrik Ryder Cup captain and what he would have brought to the table, but it's not to be. We move on, we'll regroup. We're going through a changing of the guard at the moment in Europe, and it's not just in captains going forward. Obviously a lot of them look to be ruled out going forward, but we're also looking at some young players coming through as well, and you know, so we've got a few decisions to be made behind the scenes. I'm not involved in that. The committee who will make that decision are the three most recent captains, Darren, Padraig and Thomas, along with Keith Pelly and David Howell as chairman of our players committee. Between the five of those, they were the guys that put Henrik in place, and they're the guys who I'm going to have to reconvene now to put a new captain in place.
Broadly speaking, I know you feel a little bit differently than Brandel, but you think we're headed to a world where guarantees are going to be necessary. We always like the fact that you had to hand in your card to get paid.
Yeah.
What'd you shoot today, kid? And that's what always separated the sport of golf from just about every other one. But you think the time has come where we need to be offering guarantees?
Yeah, I think that ideological view of what professional golf has been, you know, you eat what you kill, I think that's changing. And I think what's clear from the players who are going to LIV, what's very clear is they want to play less golf and they want to be paid more. And, you know, at the moment as a members organisation that the tour is, it gives incredible leverage to the players. They basically control Jay Monahan, they control Keith Pelly. It's not the other way around. And you know, they have an incredible amount of leverage as it stands as a business model at this moment in time. There's no other sport where the players have so much control over the governing bodies than we do in golf. And I think the inevitability of everything that's seen here is the business model will change of golf, where, you know, whether it be a point system or whether it be smaller prize monies, but you know, players on tour will be guaranteed. And if you're the LeBron James of the tour, or Rory McIlroy, you know, you'll get paid, you know, several tens of millions of dollars to be that person and put your contracts on top and all the way down. I think that's inevitable at this stage. You know, is it what I would like? No, but looking at it, having been on the board of the European Tour for now, nearly 5 years, I can see from a business side now. I've moved out of looking at it from a player, and I've seen it from a business side, and it's a very, very difficult business to control when you can't control your talent. And at the moment, the talent are free as independent traders to go wherever they want. And that's why we have the situation we're in. And I think, you know, if the LIV League is going to keep on going forward, I think the PGA Tour will become a league, and it will be the same thing. And if you want to transfer from one to the other, there'll be a contract in place, and inevitably also there'll be a signing on fee as well if you run down that contract and go somewhere else. So I think that's where it's going. Maybe I'm wrong, but reading between the lines, that's where I see it as a business going.
Paul, thanks for stopping by, and congratulations. You had a phenomenal year. It was